Do you get a haircut? And we're done.
Yeah, my wife cut it, so it's you
It's
know
good.
keeping that barbershop quartet thing going on here. It's
Yep. I'm due again myself.
it's I don't know. It is what it is, right?
Yep.
It was free.
Yeah, I came downstairs today to walk the dog, and I was like, "Ah, damn it!" And Stephanie's like, "What's the matter?" I'm like, "I forgot to comb my hair." And she says, "Well, there's like a brush in the downstairs bathroom." I'm like, "I'm a guy.
Yeah.
I'm good."
You just do this and then
Yeah,
hope whatever comes out of the rigmarole is effective. So
Yep.
yeah. So here's something that's cash in the bank for all of us, many of us maybe.
Yep.
If you have an old iPhone, you can go to a website now because of whatever the settlement and get like what, $25 per phone? Is that what it is?
I was only able to get it for one phone,
That is my problem too, and I still have
and
one
I
upstairs.
have at least all of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works, but it's not a big deal, obviously. But which one did you get it for? Was it the iPhone 7?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, that's the only one that worked for me too.
Yep.
Now my problem is I've moved, right? So I tried with two different addresses. Who can say? But whatever. I think I've owned every one of those iPhones.
Yeah. And yep. So if they run out of dollars, then we all get less dollars or something like that. But
No, I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Like, there's like a minimum 310 million they have to pay out. I think. Oh, I see what you're saying. I guess the maximum is 500 million. It's gonna be a while. I can tell you that because the settlement won't be approved until December. So that would be the earliest. Don't count on it for Christmas or anything. But someday you'll get a random $25 check in the mail and you won't know why.
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much that.
It's just Apple passing along the savings to you.
Yeah. Other things, I don't know if you've seen this. This is completely unrelated, but sort of related. Have you seen the new Ford Bronco?
Mm-hmm.
It's
interesting.
So it's not for me. Like, let me qualify this. Like,
I also think the name is a little
I like
damaged. I know. It's a heritage.
It's not like they called it the OJ Bronco. I mean, it's just
right. The special edition.
Yeah. Now, if they came out with a white one and it was called the Highway Edition, and that would be a little awkward.
Comes with your own little bag of evidence you can throw around the car.
I think it looks like really, really well done. It's a very much a Jeep Wrangler competitor, which that's not really the market of vehicle I'm looking for right now. Because I was looking at my wife's like, you want to get one of those? I'm like, well, to me, this vehicle.
By the way, I would never buy a first generation anything.
Well, yeah, that's a whole other story. But to me, this vehicle is like a Jeep Wrangler, but also fits into that Miata category, like super awesome vehicles.
Kind of old fashioned. You mean like a.
Well, they're fun vehicles, but not necessarily practical. Like, this isn't something I'd want to pick my kid up and drive to Florida in type scenario.
I'm going to get this name wrong, but Toyota had something, I think it was called an FJ.
FJ Cruiser.
Which was a little similar to this to me. I do think this scratches a nostalgia itch, not for Broncos at all, but just for old-fashioned looking vehicles. And I like that kind of thing.
I think the interior looks great, too. They built an off-road capable vehicle. It looks fun.
I've never understood why no one else has made a Wrangler, type vehicle. It's kind of interesting that's never really happened. But anyway, it looks, but this is it. I mean, this is very clearly modeled after the Wrangler. It's nice.
Yeah, it looks, there was one caption, because I read a ton about it from different people that said they took everything that's wrong with the Wrangler and fixed it.
Yeah, and kept all the stuff that was right. We almost bought a Wrangler. In fact, we must have been pregnant with our first kid. This was in Phoenix. We test drove one. We were very close to buying it, and actually, it was at a CarMax type place, so it was probably a couple of years old or whatever. But, then you have that change of heart kind of moment where you're like, we're having a kid. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Because our previous car to that had like T-tops, and it was really nice. And we bought a Ford Taurus. It was our first like car, like like a sedan kind of thing. And so I on my next flight, I took all the in-flight magazines out of two seats. Like, you get like a little barf bag and a little safety thing and the magazine from the airline, and I put them in the back seats, like the back pockets of the car, because I was so humiliated to be driving such a vehicle.
Yeah, it was a Taurus.
That was a safe family car
Yep.
thing. That's why we did it. I mean, no one was proud of it or happy about it, but
Yeah, the Bronco is I've already said it. It's a great third vehicle. It's not, to me, it's not a daily driver.
Yep.
But they look fun. So I hope Ford sells a whole bunch of them and does great with it. And we'll see how that, whatever. And they're not coming until next year. So
Right.
just like everything else in the world, you can now pre-order them.
Just like everything else in the world, it's being put off until next year.
Yeah, there's nothing good in 2020. They could just delete this from like the pages of time, and they'd be like, nothing was lost.
Yeah, it's like you go back in time, and it's like the one year where your backup failed, and there's nothing left. We don't know why. Christmas cards is gonna be like a black square with like a little "I'm sorry," kind of thing in the middle of it. I don't know.
Yeah. Microsoft Flight Simulator coming August 18th. That is, if you like that type of game, it's a good one.
It's beautiful looking. Zero interest.
I'm in the alpha. I don't think I'm supposed to talk about it, but I've crashed a lot. Let's just, they're beautiful crashes though.
Right. It's very high resolution crashes.
Yeah.
I haven't confirmed this, but supposedly if you have the Halo Master Chief Collection on PC, and I don't know if it's just Xbox or Xbox and Steam, whatever it is, but apparently Halo 3 is available early. It's supposed to come out, I think, Thursday. I think it's available today for some reason. So I'll make sure that's correct. But it's worth checking for sure. If you've been waiting for it.
Yeah, not a whole lot else going on so far today, really. I mean,
well, OneDrive is losing fetch. So if you use that feature, I don't. In fact, it was humorous to me. The way you find it is you go to Outlook on the OneDrive on the web, and you click the PCs link over on the side, and like the list of PCs that came up for me is like these. I don't even remember what they are anymore. They're like just old names. Yeah. I'm like, I sort of remember that name, but I don't know. It's not enabled by default anymore, and hasn't been for a while. So you'd have to go into OneDrive settings on your PC to check a box and enable it. And then why would you do it? It's going away in 2 weeks anyway. So, oh well. Anyway, a lot of people are kind of bitching and moaning about this, which I understand. But if you're syncing stuff through OneDrive, this isn't going to be an issue. And OneDrive has that sync. I think it's desktop documents and pictures probably. And that's probably 90-something% of what people were using Fetch for anyway. So I don't think this is a big loss. But also, weird factoid, worked on Windows 7, worked on Windows 10, did not work on Windows 8.1. Did not work on the Mac. So it's just kind of so obviously the newer way of doing this works everywhere.
Yeah. The other minor thing that may impact people or not, whatever, contextual search is now actually working in Teams, which is actually somewhat kind of astonishing that it wasn't there. So if you're in a chat, like if you wanted to search our chat and you hit Control F, it now actually works, and you can just search inside our chat window rather than doing like a universal search. So
that is innovative.
Huge win
it's
here.
Funny, it does a little filter for the person or people you're chatting with. So in my case, it says /find Brad Sams.
Yep.
And then I will type a brain. And it came up with nothing, buddy. Sorry. No. Okay.
Yeah, anyway, so that's rolling. I think it's available for everybody now, but in typical Office.
So it must be out. We're not on any special fast ring or anything. So.
Nope. So that's got to be out there. And that's really kind of about it for the day. It's
good. I'm looking forward to taking the rest of the day off. Actually, I should see if Andrew's doing something. I don't even know if he almost always puts off the podcast till Thursday, and then Thursday is like a 50-50 chance he won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like an added layer of uncertainty in my week. It's nice.
Good. I know Paul and I talked about this a little bit. This is like way into the future. For next Thursday, the podcast won't be happening for a few days because I'm heading on down south to George's house, for those who know who George is. So,
yeah, he's the boss, I guess we call him, or he's the owner of the company.
Yeah,
sure.
Whatever. He's down on an island.
And so the week after that, you'll be gone, what, Thursday through Tuesday, maybe?
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking some time off myself, but it will be the week after that. So we'll probably have a day or two between the two where we do some shows. And then the truth is, I'll write a little bit every morning regardless. Yep. But
there'll be stuff going up. We'll make sure everything's covered. But
completely ignore everything. But yeah, we're going to take it a little lighter and pretend everything's normal. We can read books on the beach or something.
Yeah, we'll just breathe deeply.
Suck it in, Brad. Suck it in.
My dad was like, you know what you should do is go into a Texas Longhorn, cough 3 times, and then just have the whole place to yourself.
Yeah, I coughed. Was it today or yesterday? I was walking the dog, and a woman jumped.
God.
She wasn't even that close to us.
Just dove into the river that you post your dog in every morning.
You just let it carry it down. It's like the beginning of The Stand. It's like how the thing traveled around the world. It started with this idiot in rural Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we're terrible people. That's where we are.